Hello and welcome to Popcorn 1010's new tutorial, I guess. I've changed my style a lot since the past tutorials, and I'm looking back at them and wow, that's pretty much crap. So let me show you my new style, okay? What I'm going to teach you how to do today is not really teach you, because of course you can use your own way, but this is what I've been doing lately. Open that file. Stuff like this. Yes, he's on the background of my YouTube page in case you want to see, and he's also on DeviantArt if you want a closer look at him. But this character right here is my Christmas Mingo. I've made events for every holiday, or at least every holiday I like. And this Christmas one. Yeah, I was going to teach you the whole transparent background and basically the fur. I mean, it's really easier than you think it is. Honestly, it is. Okay, so first you have our background layer. It's normal, blah, blah, blah. Choose a color that you like. I prefer really light blues just because I hate pink. I just hate it. I just destroy it. Please. Sorry, that's just my thing. I mean, I've seen people use pink, purples, greens, whatever the heck you want. But blue and pink is the most used normally. And you're going to make a new layer on top of the background. You can name it if you want, but I don't really feel like it. Well, I normally do name the sketch layer, so you don't merge that with anything else on mistake. I've done that so many times and it ruins pictures, seriously. Okay. And I choose a sketch normally to around 7 or 6. It's going to be 7. And the opacity, I checked my other video, I've been saying opacity for some reason. The opacity I put for this normally around 17 or 18. Okay. And just do a quick little sketch. Okay, let's just make the opacity 100 because this is a really light blue. Okay. I mean, it's messy. It doesn't really matter. I mean, you really want to know that, okay, this is going to be the head. And let's just do that whole cross for where the eyes will be. Okay. Who am I going to be doing today this time? Okay, I'm going to be doing one of my characters, Kuro, since he's pretty easy enough for me. So just put circles where the eyes would be or something. And just give this a light, just a little image of where you're going to put stuff. It doesn't have to be that specific. I mean, sometimes I really am specific if it's going to be detailed. But this really won't, since it's going to be fast. Okay, let's see. Just sketch whatever you want right here. Oh yeah, and I am using a tablet this time since a lot of people were saying, oh, a tablet's better, you should get a tablet. I have a tablet. Just for my tutorials I use mouse because a lot of people always complain to me, you can't draw with a mouse. Well, shut up, you can. You just don't want to, lazy. But yeah, I mean, it is possible to draw with a mouse. I've seen people draw freaking Mona Lisas and masterpieces with mouses. So it's possible, people, it's possible. Okay. I'm going to make the size bigger. My current size, for pictures like this, you want it really big. Right now it's actually at 2000 by 2000, but since he has long ears, I'm going to make it 2500 for the height and keep the width as it was. Okay. Okay, and now at the end of your sketch, this is my whole routine. Of course, you don't have to do exactly this, but this is what I do. This is the exact process. I make a new layer. Let me just make this a little bigger so you can see. I make a new layer that's on top of the background, but under the sketch. And I normally this is where I place the main color. Okay. And his main color is golden yellowish, kind of. So I'm just gonna what you do is you just get a big brush. It's not big enough. Okay, that's too big. You get a big brush and just paint over everything that's a main thing. Okay, I mistakenly put hardness to 0 for that brush. Let's just wait till that waves out. Dang it. Oh, it's really big. Wow. This is a problem too with some Photoshops, is that it tends to weight like that. Okay, let's just make the hardness 100%. Undo. Okay. I just really do it odd. Oh yeah, and also you should probably put the background a color that you won't use for the picture, or a really dark color. And since he is no blue, I will put a very dark bluish, purplish color background so you can see the sketch a lot more visibly. Okay, now you have the main color there. Remember, the sketch is on top. There, I don't deal with line art for these kinds of pictures. A lot of people are like, oh, which one is the line art? I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't do line art anymore. Okay. So, with this is kind of cool because you erase over where, like, the pattern is going to be, and since you can make it furry, it doesn't really matter. I mean, you don't want it like this, the way you erase it. I mean, but you want to get a basic shape of it right there. I mean, it can be in and out of the lines. It doesn't matter because when you add fur, you don't even tell, honestly. So just erase this pretty sloppily. And this is his hair I'm erasing because his hair goes over his eyes, kind of. Okay. And when you have the main color pretty much filled in, just go on doing that with the rest of the colors. Make sure that they're in the thing. Like if hair is over their face, you're gonna want that layer to be over the main color layer, like on top of it, not under. Let's see. Quickly color this in. I think with the recorder on, since I'm doing this, it makes it go a little bit slower. But that's okay. And just add a messy fur thing around him. These don't really take that long. It just really depends on like how detailed the character is. And my character isn't that detailed, but he's extremely furry, and it's really fun to do fur for this kind of thing. Let's see. That doesn't need to be nice either. Okay. And now that we have like the basic there, actually, you know what? Let me just like take out those hearts because those are like necessary right now. All right. Now they have like the basic fur. I mean, no eyes, no accessories or facial expressions whatsoever. And the sketch is still there. I mean, you can still see the sketch right here. Okay. So once I get the main color, this is the fun part. You start adding fur, and how I do that is people freak out about this because they have no idea. They're like, "Oh my God, OMG, well, whatever, I don't know, whatever people say now." Let me just make this smaller. Okay, so right now I'm on the main color things. That's the yellow. You go to the, what is this called? Smudge tool. Yeah, you go to the smudge tool. That's obviously too big. Depending on like how big you want the fur, you choose a size. I normally go to like 6 or 7. I'm gonna go to 6 this time. And the strength, I go to normally like 94 or 95. I'm gonna go 94. And just zoom in on here a little bit. And what I do is I just start, oh wait, crap, forgot about that. Okay, I'm just gonna do the green first. Okay. I forgot to erase part of the greens. Okay, so once you have like the basic there, you use the smudge tool, whatever size you chose, and then you just start going like this. Okay, and set it to where it's darkened, so you can actually, like, you press down right now, go like this, it comes out, but if you press down here, nothing happens. So, because it makes it messed up if it keeps doing that. So, and then, whatever, like, however the fur goes, like, his fur goes all in one way. Since it's strands, they're all going to be facing this one direction. So you just keep on going like this. And since the file is humongously big, you know, let's just make this sketch. Always make the sketch opacity a little bit to where you can see where you're going, but it won't get in the way. Okay. Make your files normally bigger than you think you would. Like, don't make it to where I think it's going to be this size. Make it extremely big, so because all the details in there. I mean, I noticed that because I always wonder when I used to make pictures that were like 200 by 200 or 150 by 150, 300 by 300. Those, I mean, they're okay sizes, but you can see the pixels normally from there, or yeah, you can see how they made it basically, and you kind of want it to look like a finished thing where you can't see how the person made it exactly. So. And I did a big time skip because taking like to actually record me doing all this stupid fur would take like a longer time, and I don't want a humongous video size. I mean, it's already as big as it's gonna be, so whatever. So time skipped it, and all I did, honestly, this is all I did. I just did the smudge tool on colors, and that's basically it. And I added white, but that's it though. Nothing, no big, no shading or no accessories or details or blah blah blah. Okay. So after you have that going, add the sketch on invisible. Let me put the sketch. Let me make this sketch a little darker so I can see it more. Now I'm going to add in the eyes, so that's going to be under the green, but above the yellow. So I'm going to make a new layer above my yellow fur. Call that one eyes. Okay, let's zoom in here. This is where I get the pen tool. Make it kind of big so it's not going to be lopsided too much. And just make white blotches where his eyes will be. Okay. And basically now we don't really need a sketch. Okay, so now we have like our blotches of what will be the eyes. Okay. So what you do is you lock transparency. That's extremely important. And because in order for the eyes to look not really flat, we're going to add some shading to it. So since it's going to be lock transparency, we can go to the gradient tool. I made it gray, and I'm going to drop down to give it some darkness. And it's possibly a little too dark. Just keep on trying until you get what you want, really. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. And we have that, and since it's locked transparency, it doesn't go with the whole picture, because if it wasn't locked, this is what it looked like. See, the whole face, and we don't necessarily want that. We'll do that later. Okay, so let's lock it again. So now we have like the basic white of the eyes, and now we're going to add the color, and his eye color is actually pink, odd, and so I'm going to color that in. Okay, normally I zoom out just to see what it looks like, and that was a bit too much, so let's undo that. Okay, I like that. Okay. And now we're going to use the magic wand tool. Click this purple right here, hold down shift and click the other one, so that's going to add on both. And we're going to do gradient again, except it's going to be darker for this color. So let's get a real dark color. And then try it until you like it. Okay, and that's good. Now I'm deselecting. Okay, so now we have that. And now I'm going to add the actual black for the eye. Now I'm going to zoom out and see what that looks like. Okay. I kind of like that. So now this is when I add little, I don't know what they're called, but the lines for the eyes, yeah. I get a darker color. Make my pen tool around like 5 or 4. And just go like this for each thing. Make it kind of go around the circle so they're not going to be straight or anything, but they're going to be curved. Now you're going to even lighter color than the background. Doesn't have to be perfect, I just quickly do it. Now I have to get an even lighter color. And you zoom out and you see what it looks like. Even if it's messy, I mean, it looks better because we have a humongous like file. It's 2000 something by 2000 something, I don't know. And now this is, I always like doing this part to add in the highlights. Since it's dark up here because of the hair color covering it, the highlights are going to be near the bottom. And this is just to get a big thing and just do white splashes over everything. And then goes their sparkly little eyes. I don't really like that too much. Let me just try that again. Okay, now you have your sparkly little eye thingamajiggers. Let me just make that a little bit more curved. It's really good to give like a blotchy kind of curved look instead of all straight. Okay, and then adding random dots helps all the time. For some reason it just makes it look more watery. But do it fast, don't think about it. It's better when you don't think and just like add on random dots. Okay. So now we have that done, his eyes. Okay. We're not really gonna mess with that anymore. For the yellow fur. This is gonna be the fun part. Actually it's not, that was a lie, it's boring. Okay, now we're gonna actually add in fur for this. So start with anything you like. I'm going to start with the green fur. So now you lock transparency for that, eyedropper tool, and take the color that it is. Make it a lot darker than it normally is. Change the size to around 6 or 5. I use 6. Let's see. The opacity, I'm gonna make it like 24. Oops, it's a 3. Okay. And now you just add shading where to be. Make sure that your strokes are in the direction that you put when you use the smudge tool, because if the fur is going this way, make sure that you don't put it like this, because that doesn't make any sense, because the fur is going that way. So you want the fur more like this or that, but I'm not going to do that because that's shading and putting lighter there. But yeah, so just keep on doing it. And since it's locked, you can, it's better to start right here, go start off of the color thing, then actually start here and go, because this looks odd. So just keep on. So you basically do this for like all of the tips. Like each one, like over here it'll have it on the bottom. Just keep on doing that. Okay, so once you have like basic shading for this, like I just quickly did little marks and everything like that, you should start on the lighting probably. And so we're gonna do the eyedropper tool. I only did it for the green because the yellow just the exact same thing, anything. So use eyedropper tool and make it a lot lighter. Oops. Make it a lot lighter. And normally, it's more for me. It's a lot more fun to do the lighting than the shading. And just do the exact same thing you did for the shading. And just keep on doing that. What you're gonna notice is I tend to do a little bit of the shading, then a little bit of lighting, then a little bit of shading, then a little more lighting, over and over and over, because you may work on the shading like a lot, and then as soon as you add the lighting in, you're like, oh, crap, maybe I should have added a lot more shading here. So I just do a little bit, because once the lighting comes in, you're gonna see that you need a lot more shading done. And if you're really harsh with the shading and really harsh with the lighting, I really like the effect. So just keep on doing that, and it'll probably turn out good. Okay, so after I shaded and highlighted it and all that junk and jazz, it still looks kind of messed up, whatever. I'm gonna do gradient on the shading, so yeah, yeah. So now I'm just gonna add the face. Since I have the eyes, I'm just going to open my SketchUp to see what I didn't want for the face. Okay, I could do that. Alright, make a layer over the face real quick. Let's just draw his mouth real fast, and okay, that's going to be a mouth. Yeah. Just like draw your mouth out real fast. Yeah. And he has hearts on his face, so let's just add those in. No more pigs have the power. Okay, let's see. Okay. So that's quickly drawn out. I'm gonna also add the fur there. Let me quickly do that. Since he's real furry, I'm just gonna want that. No more pigs have the power. Doo-doo. It's really good to listen to music, actually. The only reason I really like paused it is because I was wondering why it took me so long to add fur. I'm like, why does it feel longer? It's because normally, like, when I'm doing this, I'm like singing some song or like listening to music. Like, my YouTube right now is filled with all these songs from Rock Band. And like right now I have War Pigs in my head. The Faith No More version, not Black Sabbath. But yeah. Oh, totally. And an Iron Man too from Iron Maiden. Jeez. I have so many songs in my head right now. So it's really good to listen to music. It makes the time go by so much faster. No more pigs have power. Okay, so now that's all furry. Like, this whole picture has been brought on upon by Rock Band music, yeah. Rock Band has so many awesome songs. Guitar Hero too. Okay, let me... That was a mistake. Oops. No big. Okay. Now he's all furriness. I'm just gonna do a little bit of shading for the lips. And since I like totally hate the color that if you put darker on yellow, it brings out this ugly mustardy, not even mustard color, I like to do orange shading more than that. Oh gosh, it looks like a little gremlin, but whatever. Okay. Pigs of power. Okay. Put a little bit there. Let's shade those hearts just a wee bit. just so that they don't look extremely flat. Oh god, now I'm thinking of him as being one of those like Care Bears, the freaking hearts on their stomach, or rainbows and all that gayness. Okay, okay, so I just got that. It's good to always zoom out so you see what it's gonna look like to people who look at it, so. Okay. Now I got that done. I'm going to just do a little shading for the gradient. So let me go to the green, make sure transparency level locked. Okay, make this dark. Okay. I'm just gonna select over here. Whoops. Oh, it's always hard to like actually not trying to, oops. I always do so much mistakes like this. Okay, let's try to get it to where it's just that. Okay. No more old pigs have power. Okay, this is where it gets kind of ugh. Okay, let me just fix that up. Okay, I originally had a different last step little video, but something messed up. I'm a noob at this kind of video junk, so. But yeah, so I finished it, and I wrote my signature, which you can't even see on this video right now. It's right here, because of the transparency, but when I put it on DeviantArt, you'll be able to see it, because of all these checkeredness, and I just wrote his name. And so what you're going to do is you're going to delete the background that you had before, and then make a new layer and then put it all the way down. So like you're gonna have your own layer that's transparent, that what's it called, so it's gonna make like where your background is no longer like a filled color, it's gonna be transparent, and that's it. And just file, save as, and make it a PNG, and just name it and upload it, and you're good. So I hope this worked, and I'm gonna see if I can do more of these. It's very time consuming and boring, I mean, but whatever. I'll try though. So I hope this helped you just a little bit, and adios, peace.